Mr. Sadow, thank you so much for being here with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it as well.
So we just saw a filing come out, $6.2 million on behalf of 8 different vendors, including yourself, President Donald Trump, wanting to recoup those costs in line with the new law that was passed and went into effect this year. Can you explain where this $6.2 million number came from?
Well, there's various attorneys that have been involved. There were those that were involved from the beginning of the investigation as early as February, January of 2021. And then I get involved in August of 2023. Jennifer Little stays involved, and that's where the accumulated attorney's fees come from.
Can you specifically talk to me about your number, 1.5 million? Did you charge hourly? Was this a flat rate? How did you come up with those numbers for your involvement in this case?
All of my fees in criminal cases, which is all of that I do, are flat fees. They are based on my assessment of how much time it may take, what the value of my services may be, what I think I may be able to accomplish. That's what goes into the determination to set the fee at 1.5 million here.
For the attorneys involved in this case, have you all already been paid? And I ask that's because when we look at these funds that are being recouped, will this money go back to President Donald Trump if it is granted by Judge Scott McAfee?
All right, we've already been paid. All of the fees and costs were paid for on behalf of President Trump by those that are in favor and supporting him in this case. So we're seeking reimbursement and it will go back to the appropriate people.
And then just kind of giving a bird's eye view about what happens next here. In our last interview, you explained the process that you have to make this filing, and it's not guaranteed that all of this money will be paid out by the Fulton County District Attorney's Office, because that still has to be judged upon and ruled upon by Judge Scott McAfee. If it is ruled, of course, her office will have to pay that. What happens next here? Is it just a wait and see to see what he says?
For the most part, all the other defendants through their attorneys that had the case dismissed will also be seeking attorney's fees. And then we'll figure out who it is that's on the other side of this particular motion. Fonnie Willis has already tried to get involved. Our position is conflicted out of this. She's been disqualified, but that'll be up to the judge. Ultimately, he'll decide what the reasonable attorney's fees are, whether there was improper conduct on her part, and therefore how much should be reimbursed to all the defendants and their attorneys.
My last question for you, if it comes to the point where Judge McAfee does not approve the full money that the filing has stated, I have the full number here. Let's see, $6,261,613.08. What happens there? Will there be an appeals process in place, or will you all just accept whatever number he approves?
Well, that is an open question. We have full faith and confidence in Judge McAfee, have from the beginning, always will. We expect he'll make a reasonable decision, a fair decision. And depending on what that decision is, then we'll decide whether we need to move forward or whether we're accepting it for what it is.
My final question, just a word for you. I did ask you this in our last interview, but do you have any other words to those who look at this and say, this money is taxpayer money. You all should not be getting this money. You're taking it from the people of Fulton County.
I feel for the people of Fulton County because Fonnie Willis has involved herself in improper conduct. She's now set up a situation where her office, from funds that have been collected through Fulton County, will have to pay for it. It's Fonnie Willis's fault. At the same time, maybe Fonnie Willis will tell us how much money she spent from her budget pursuing this politically motivated case against President Trump.
Mr. Sadow, thank you so much for weighing in. We appreciate your time.
Not a problem. You take care of yourself.